Yo, what's up, champ? Are you sick and tired of fixing toilets, chasing tenants, and watching your so-called passive income turn into a full-time job? Or maybe you're new to real estate and wondering, should I become a landlord or be the bank? In this video, I'm going to break down the difference between being a landlord and a note holder and why one can make you rich without the headaches. But before we dive in, champ, I've been an entrepreneur since ninth grade in high school and a real estate investor since 2006. And all that time, I've never borrowed money from a sticky banker or held a resume job. Today's lesson is, let's break down the pros and cons of each strategy, how you can be the bank and never fix a leaky pipe again, and how to generate cash flow, equity, and peace of mind, the creative financing way. Section 1, the landlord life, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Let's start with what everyone knows, being a landlord. Pros of being a landlord. 1, tax shelter. Real estate depreciation is a huge tax benefit. 2, forced savings. Unlike cash, you can't impulsively spend equity in a house. It disciplines your wealth. 3, hedge against inflation. As inflation rises, so do rents. 4, long-term wealth. Owning the asset long-term builds equity as tenants pay down the mortgage. I've built wealth-owning rentals and I'm not knocking it, but let's get real. Cons of being a landlord. 1, you're a glorified babysitter. AC breaks, plumbing clogs, you're the emergency contact. 2, evictions. If your tenant stops paying, now you have legal headaches and months of vacancy. 3, deadbeat renters. Some folks play the system like it's a sport. You'll learn real quick who's pro at living rent-free. 4, vacancy per liability. When it's empty, it's not making money, but the bills don't stop. Bottom line, being a landlord is a job with a 24/7 on-call shift. Section 2, being a note holder, the bank's position. Now let's talk about being the note holder. In plain terms, you become the bank. Just like Wells Fargo or Bank of America, you hold the note and the buyer makes monthly payments to you. What's a note? A note is a legal IOU, a promissory agreement where someone agrees to pay you monthly payments for an asset, typically real estate. Here's how it works. Let's say you buy a house using a creative strategy like subject to or seller financing. You then turn around and resell that house using owner financing, and you create a note. Now you are the bank. Section 3, advantages of being a note holder. Advantage number 1, big down payment. You get a sizable upfront payment from the buyer, often 10-30%. That's skin in the game. Buyers who pay big upfront take care of the property. This ain't a $1,500 rental deposit. Advantage number 2, monthly cash flow. Let's say you took over a mortgage at 3% interest. You sell to your buyer at 6%. That 3% spread becomes pure profit every month. Example. Underlying mortgage, $900 a month at 3%. You wrap the note. Buyer pays $1,300 a month at 6%. You collect the $400 month difference without managing anything. Advantage number 3, no maintenance or repairs. If the toilet breaks, then it's their toilet. If the AC dies, they call the HVAC guy, not you. You're not the landlord anymore. They're the owner. Advantage number 4, back-end equity. You sold the home for $150,000. They put $30,000 down, they owe you $120,000. When they refinance or sell in the future, you collect the rest. That's your back-end exit payday. Section 4, landlord versus note holder, real talk comparison. Let's break it down, champ. Boots on the ground style. I've played both games, landlord and note holder. Each has its place depending on your goals, risk tolerance, and how active you want to be in your investments. But let's be real, there's a huge difference between owning bricks and mortar and owning paper. Being a landlord. When you're a landlord, you're buying and holding real estate. You own the physical asset. This means you're responsible for repairs, toilets, ACs, roofs, plumbing, you name it. You've got to manage tenants. Even the good ones still call when something breaks. You may enjoy appreciation and depreciation, which helps at tax time. You have equity growth as the mortgage gets paid down by your tenant ideally. You're on the hook for vacancies, evictions, and property management headaches. You need capital reserves to cover unexpected expenses. But yes, it's a hedge against inflation, offers tax benefits, and is a forced savings account. And for many investors, this is the classic path to wealth. Now let's flip it. Being a note holder, this is when you're the bank. You don't own the property, you own the paper. You hold the promissory note, which means you're not dealing with tenants or clogged toilets. None of those 2 a.m. calls. If the roof leaks or the AC fails and it's not your problem, that's the buyer's job. Inside, you still get monthly payments, just like rent, but without the landlord headaches. You collect interest and a large down payment up front, 10%, 15%, even 30%. If the buyer stops paying, you foreclose, not evict, and potentially resell the property again. Plus, the note doesn't get vandalized, flooded, or catch termites. It sits quietly in your file cabinet or your digital CRM, sending you cash flow every month. Here's the deeper truth. Notes offer passive income with less drama. You're shifting from landlord energy to banker energy, and bankers make money rain without fixing leaky sinks. Section 5, what I recommend for new investors. If you're just getting started, I recommend you learn creative financing strategies like Subject 2, wraparound mortgages, owner financing, lease options. These allow you to get properties without banks, without big cash, and without credit, and they give you the tools to be the bank instead of being the landlord. Want to learn how I got started making money without real estate licenses or big bucks? 1. The new flip. This is the smartest way to start flipping and make money today. I designed the new flip to teach you negotiation, hustle, and how to spot deals in the real world by flipping everyday stuff like bicycles. This is how I made my first cash before crushing it in real estate. Grab it now. thenewflip.com. Number 2, reboot. Feel stuck, overwhelmed, like you're spinning your wheels? Reboot is my personal mindset reset system designed to help hustlers like you take massive action, rewire your brain, and dominate your day. If fear or procrastination is blocking your real estate goals, start here. Get your mindset back. MyRealEstateDojo.com reboot. Section 6, final thoughts. Which one should you choose? Listen, champ, both strategies have a place. If you want long-term equity, depreciation, and don't mind some headaches, landlording can work. But if you want freedom, consistent cash flow, and zero tenant drama, become a note holder. I don't just teach this. I've lived it. I've owned rentals, I've created notes, and I've helped students nationwide use these exact same strategies without banks or credit. You can too. Always remember, you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think, and twice as beautiful as you'd ever imagined. Rumi. Don't take no for an answer. Much love and peace, Mr. No Fluff.